Tesla news. I am going to be streaming this live, or this is streaming live, so if you're tuning in, hello, welcome. Please comment. I can see it. I'm commuting. I'm driving between Rock Springs, Wyoming to Rawlins, Wyoming. And I'm looking at the road. I'm paying attention. I'm being alert. I am on autopilot, so the car's doing an excellent job of driving me. I'm behind a semi right now. I'm going the same speed it is, which is 62 miles an hour, even though the speed limit is 80 miles an hour, because I did not charge at all on a high-speed charger of any kind. I charged overnight on a household outlet of 4 miles an hour. I live in Riverton, Wyoming. I had to go to Rock Springs for a meeting. Anyways, I got 86 miles of range left, and I need to go about 50 miles more, which isn't bad. But then I'm going even further. I'm going all the way into the Denver area, so I'm trying to conserve power. And I thought, Autopilot's doing really good. I'm following this truck. I thought I'd stream and I'd do my little news, because I haven't. I've been traveling a lot, and I haven't posted the news, so I figured I better do the news. Sorry for the long intro, but here's the news for the past couple of weeks, because it's been almost a month since I posted a video. Starting with the newest news first, there has been an update to the Tesla to make you confirm when you do summon through tapping on park. So when you double tap park, it enables the summon to go forward or backwards. And it used to be you just remember whatever your last setting was, which is fine, except for if you accidentally tap it twice, then your car will just keep going. And apparently that happened to somebody. They were parked underneath a trailer, so the Tesla didn't automatically stop because the trailer was above the sensors, and it broke the windshield. And the owner swears up and down that he didn't even activate it, but the logs from Tesla say that he accidentally activated it, which I have done now that I've had the update. So now the update makes you confirm which direction. So after you double tap park, it asks if you want to go forward or backwards. So now it's harder to accidentally summon your car, but it summons pretty fast as soon as you get out of it. And you should, you can tap the door to stop it from moving, or you can hop in front of one of the sensors, which is actually kind of scary. I shouldn't recommend that. But I kind of do it all the time. The car moves pretty slow. I don't hop directly in front of it, but I purposely stand in the path of my car, so it'll go around me to back out of my car into my because my garage is offset from my house, so the car has to turn to get out and back out. So I just kind of stand in between my house and the garage, right on this marker that I have set up, which is a piece of weeds that are growing. So I just stand on that every morning, and it goes out and around me, and it gets exactly where it needs to be. So that works pretty good for me for my summon feature. Long story short, they are pushing out updates again because people have misused features, making them a little bit harder to use. I mean, the summon is pretty cool that you didn't have to touch anything but double tap and just get out and go. But now you got to double tap, and then you got to hit the screen. Hey, I see a viewer. Ask me a question. I'll answer it. This is live. Hopefully I've got good enough LTE that this looks okay. The rate looks kind of low. Let me know if the video's breaking up or anything. Yeah. So, Model S, they did the refresh, and I think I did a video on the refresh. They got rid of the nose cone. They've also updated the battery. So the lowest end Tesla that you can buy is the 70, which is now actually a 75 kilowatt battery that is software limited to 70. And you can either pay, when you buy the car, an extra $3,000 to upgrade it to the 75, or after you get it, you can just call them up and be like, hey, I realized I need a little bit more juice to make it from point A to point B. And then, they'll turn it on for $3,250. It's interesting too, because there's also speculation that it's the exact same thing with the higher amperage battery charger. So you can you can either get the what is it? There's the third. I think it's 32 kilowatt or 32 amp or 68 amp. I got that all wrong. Sorry, I gotta pay attention while driving. I'm in construction now, and the last thing we want is to get in a wreck. I have this on my Tesla. I have my little notes, and I'm trying to pay attention to the road. There was a video yesterday that came out of a guy sleeping in his Tesla while it was on autopilot, and I still can't find out exactly if he was really sleeping. People are theorizing, and even somebody on one of the forums for the Tesla Motors Club was saying that he does it just to freak people out. He actually just leans his seat back and he squints his eyes to pretend like he's sleeping while he's on autopilot, which I think is a bad idea. But so the guy might have been pretending. The other thing I saw a lot of people say is, what if the guy is actually like hurt, or he passed out because he had like an blood vessel pop in his head, or if he was in an accident, a medical condition or something, So maybe somebody should call 911, because that's not good. The other thing to note is people fall asleep in cars all the time that don't have autopilot, and they wreck. They go into oncoming traffic, they go off the side of the road. Somebody falling asleep in a Tesla with autopilot and nobody getting hurt is awesome. That's great. I mean, that's good. It's not encouraged. You should not fall asleep, but if you're going to fall asleep in a car that doesn't have autopilot versus one that does, it's better that you are the one that does. And I've shown this in the video before when I was demoing autopilot. It's pretty doggone safe, because what happens is if you don't have your hands on the wheel and the conditions aren't safe, the car it slows down and stops. I mean, if they're really unsafe, it'll stop and it'll turn on its hazard lights. They originally kind of sounded like the car would pull over, but they never implemented the pulling over part, because it just doesn't have all the sensor data to really know if that's safe to pull over or where it's pulling over to. And I think it works pretty good. Just the slowing down, hazard lights, stopping. So that's what happens. So if that guy that was in traffic sleeping, it'd probably only do that for about maybe 5 to 10 miles because of the new NAG and 7.1 firmware. And then the car would just stop. And it'd beep really loud, and he'd wake up. I mean, that video is really short. I'm sure it would have beeped at him. He probably only could have dozed off for just a moment. So I guess it's kind of it's just a big deal because it hasn't happened before. It's the first time you see somebody sleeping in a car that's driving itself. I know Tesla does not recommend it or condone it, and I don't think anybody should purposely do it, but if it happens, 8 amps is what the single chargers are in the new Model X and S's, which is actually better than the old ones, which were just 40 amps. But the higher amp is only 72, so it's actually 8 amps less than when you used to get the dual chargers. The theory is that it's now just the same unit, and that you could potentially pay to upgrade it later, as opposed to it's like a software lock thing again. One thing about the Tesla is, like, where my knee is right where the windows are, and I hit the windows a lot and accidentally rolled them down. It's very annoying. Alright, I see there's a lot of people viewing. Please comment. I got autopilot. I have the autopilot off because I'm in construction right now. Uh-oh. I just got a thing saying that charging's needed to reach my destination. So, that's awesome. We'll see if I can make it. Stay tuned! I think I don't have, let's see, how much further do I gotta go? That's not right. trouble. It's saying I got 130 miles to go. And I got 76 miles of range. It's not going to work out too well. I miscalculated how much range I needed. This is not good. Well, I'm going to look out for an RV park. I don't know how I missed that. I thought I only had an hour to go. Maybe I missed a turn. Maybe I'm going the wrong direction. Maybe I need to pay more attention. Maybe I shouldn't be broadcasting online while driving. I can slow down. That's one thing I can do. When you slow down, you use significantly less energy. It's very windy, and that's probably what's going on. It's just, I thought I swear it said I only had like 30 or 40 miles to go last I checked. I'm very confused. Now I'm saying I've got like 132 miles. Something is not right. All right, last bit of news before I figure out why I've added way more miles to my trip, because there's something really not right here. Model X, they're pumping a bunch of them out, more of them out now. Elon's sleeping at the end of the line. He's doing inspections. He's making sure everything's good. There's a Model X owner that's invoking the lemon law. He's trying to get his money back on his Model X because he claims there's numerous issues with it. So that's not good. But apparently they're working on the issues coming off the line, so that is good. There's a new Easter egg. If you click the charger 10 times when you plug it in, you'll get a rainbow. So that's cool. Please go post in the comments below. Once I will do another live stream once I figure out where Hello again. I'm back. I don't know if it's part 2 or if it continued the stream. I figured out what was going on. I think it's the construction, because it moved me on to the other section of the interstate. But it was flickering between like 130 miles and 30 miles. So I was